It just caught that, I think. All right, we are ready for... I'm gonna have to change this. Wait. I'm gonna have to change this again. The text is wrong. There we go. And it's week 6 this time. Okay, so we played the Confederation this week in CTL.
Good old ConFed.
And we are not sure yet what happens on the gold slot. Might be a walkover for us, or a double walkover, or a walkover for them. So let's leave that one open. And we are also not sure. I think there's another slot that we're not sure about what's going to happen. But me and Glyn got a walkover. So we're up 2-0 at least. And we're going to see what happens from there. Right?
We are indeed.
Let me just load up the replay. We're going to start with Catalyst.
You'll have to send me a party invite.
Oh. Of course, I can do that. There you go.
Thank you. So I think that was what, the first 3 slots we're just skipping.
Yeah, I think
Rather the
this is
game
slot number
played.
4 or 5, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be, yeah, Catalyst is usually slot 4. Slot 4.
That's quite the pronunciation you've got there.
I know, right? Okay, yeah, let's start into this game now. Oh, it's playing versus Kerrigan. With the Cyril. Yeah, I like it. With the Cyril. Cyril is really the new Kerrigan these days. In the bottom left, the purple Terran. We have All Inspirations Catalyst.
And the top right, the red Zerg, we have ConFed's Kerrigan.
With the Cyril decal portrait.
Mm-hmm. I only just got them today, so I need to look through them and see which ones I like.
Yeah, that's why you have to play 9 games, because you haven't been on all week, man.
I have, just not on this account. I was messing about with other races on my other account.
Playing Zerg again, huh?
Yeah. I even played a couple of games as Terran because I wanted to torture myself.
Oh my god. We should totally practice some games on on off races. That would probably be a good idea.
Well, you probably should, because it'll teach you a lot about the other race. I've already, like, I play Zerg to a reasonable level already, and I used to play Terran when I first started playing.
Do you see this? Look, Kerrigan's looking for proxies really hard because probably she researched Catalyst and saw he's cheesing a lot. So
Yeah, I mean, anybody who's ever seen Catalyst play will know he's probably going to try and proxy something. This is one of the few cases where he seems to have just went, yeah, I'm going to change it.
also no gas yet, which is I think late for Terran.
It just means he's not going to Reaper expand. Just going to open up with Marines.
Yeah, but who doesn't Reaper expand versus Zerg? I mean,
Quite a lot of people, actually. It's quite popular for trying to snipe that initial Overlord because it puts the Zerg really in a bad position.
Okay.
Because if he's not prepared for it, then suddenly he's supply blocked for the next minute.
Oh, they're like being friendly, and they're already messed up. Yeah, me too.
Maybe he did forget the gas.
Well, maybe. Well, it's gonna have 2 Marines out. And there's no Overlord even close to his base for now. I don't think the Overlord's even gonna make it over there in time to scout 315 or 330.
I think he was too busy scared the proxies, so all the Overlords have barely left his own base.
Well, he didn't find any proxies, but he scouted everywhere for it, so It's also going to take a third shortly. Right about now. There we go. Yeah, Nano with the low ground expand. Old school here. Have no fear. Not Nano, Catalyst. Sorry. Catalyst with the low ground expand. Of course, if the Zerg's playing this safe, there's no Lings even close to be done right now.
Yeah, if this was Nano, he would have lost already.
Maybe.
With the workers would have killed him.
Oh, don't hate on Nano now. That's not fair.
Well, Discord's got his wall problems. Nano's now got the only person I've ever seen to lose to a worker rush title.
Well, I've seen Grip do the fancy thing in episode 2, I think it was. Or 3.
Yeah, but that's different.
Did you
That's
see that?
Building stuff. Yeah, that's building stuff and doing fancy stuff, not just losing to the workers.
That mineral walk through the defending zealot, that was one of the most beautiful plays I've ever seen, man. Jesus. That was so nice. Well, Nano with Nano. Why am I talking about Nano all the time? Catalyst here. See, I have a Nano Terran trauma, obviously. Catalyst here with a lot of Marines, ready for anything. Well. Meanwhile, Kerrigan getting her creep spread ready. Him, his, her creep spread. Their creep spread. And walling off with NG base here is Catalyst.
That is a lot of creep generators getting put down.
Yeah. Where does he have that energy from? He doesn't even have that much energy, I think. No, he doesn't. See, it's all just show.
I think the best creep thing still goes to Pisos, although when he started writing stuff in the middle of his game for CTL, it was pretty funny. Started writing out stuff in his creep.
Jeez, man, it's a whole new level of PM.
He was so far ahead. Like, he just started writing stuff.
You know who's not ahead?
Uh,
Catalyst with his upgrades. He's actually behind in upgrades.
Yeah. It's not great.
But Zerg is building spore crawlers, at least one in the third. And Catalyst's going for his third. And 2 medevacs. And once the 2 medevacs pop, there's going to be a push. It's a bit late for a 2-1-1 push. That's probably because, I don't know, Catalyst messed up.
Yeah, had no gas for a long time.
And it's probably... Poor Overlord. And it's probably going to hit right about when his upgrades finish. So it's a nice timing attack. Although, of course, the Zerg's already ahead in upgrades. And his Baneling Nest is being built somewhere.
Yeah.
As well as a macro hatch.
A little short on Lings, though. Does need to build some of them.
Baneling Nest at the third, that's quite ballsy. Because that's probably where the Marines are going to attack. So that's where the creep spread's not as deep. Could actually go all the way around. But it looks like he's going through the middle.
Can you block a hatchery by accidentally putting a creep spread?
Yes, you can.
Then he is probably very close to doing that on his fourth.
Yeah, it's no. No. No, I don't think so. Should be good there. I tend to do that actually with the creep spread. If I don't take very good care on, I block myself.
There's a few maps where I've done it a lot on my natural wall because you put the pylon just slightly too far back.
Yeah.
And
Well, I mean, it's not as bad if you have a creep tumor because you can just kill it, but with a pylon, I mean, that sucks.
When it powers your entire wall.
Yeah, like not a good thing. Well, Zerg's army's on the right and Terran's army on the left, so he's gonna lose some more creep tumors here, but the Lings are fast. And that's a huge number of Lings and Banes here.
He does have the Baneland speed as well, so they're a lot more dangerous.
Going for an infestation pit immediately after. This is a very good engagement, though, for Terran. Set up here in the middle of the map, even though the siege tanks are not sieged.
Did manage to keep the Banelings alive at least, but yeah, that was a lot of lings for free.
Meanwhile, Catalyst behind this is setting up his third, and of course, while the Marines are over here, it cannot really be a counterattack. But now with the surround,
Ooh, and we caught away for the tanks. Back, but
well, I mean, he lost a lot there, but Zerg also lost a lot.
yeah, it did get all the tanks, which means, I mean, it wasn't the best engagement, but it could have been a lot worse.
Well, so far Catalyst didn't do any damage yet to Kerrigan.
Yeah, although the Zerg has lost more than double what the Terran has.
Yeah, but that doesn't really matter because Zerg is supposed to lose a lot more as long as he can keep the army at bay here.
Yeah.
I think he should split up more. Maybe try to do something with the... Although he's clearing up the creep very nicely here, on this side of the map at least. There's one active tumor over here that's creeping across the map, and now we have a lot of banelings running across here, and nothing really to defend. Except now we have a siege tank. Well, that's a lot of Zerg.
It'd take a very strange route.
Looking for the fourth here, and it's gonna find it. Some mules are gonna go down here, and the base if he's not careful.
Yeah, it's a really good position for the turn that he managed to get his fourth down first.
Yeah, indeed. And Zerg is double expanding, losing a lot of Zerglings here, and so does the base will be secure for now. Although the other side is really exposed. There's only one siege tank, and siege tank's gonna friendly fire the SCVs if Zerglings get in there. So that's very dangerous. I find it very hard. I actually have played a game just this afternoon where I had a lot of trouble engaging the Terran again. I find it's very hard on this map.
Yeah, there's a lot of narrow ways that you have to come in and out.
He just ran all his banelings into a siege tank there.
Ouch.
Yeah, it hurt. And Catalyst doing pretty well here on 4 base. The Zerg is on 83 workers though, so not too shabby himself.
A lot of workers, but he didn't have the bases to use them for a long time.
Yeah, well, he does now, and he's almost, he's in a very good spot now, but still only doing lings. Ultralisks are out though, 3-3 is on the way, and Adrenal Glands as well. Ultralisk Cavern is on the way, I mean, not out, but there will be Ultraling Bane shortly, which will hurt Terran quite a lot, because ghosts are nowhere near to be done.
And he did somehow manage to get his upgrades separate. Like he's got one more armor upgrade than attack.
Well, attack's gonna finish now, and he's probably gonna start the third one. Maybe he didn't have the minerals or gas necessary. Some stray SCVs there dying. Misrallied probably. Yeah, and Zerg in a perfect spot, getting his upgrades before Terran even finishes. Or starts his 3 attack upgrade. That's a very good position.
Yeah, and not having that +3 attack is really going to hurt.
7 ultras on the way now, and
the tanks have no upgrades either, so it's going to be tough to deal with these ultras.
I'm not sure he even knows there's ultras coming. He should, I think, but I don't think he doesn't really have scouting information.
For some reason, there was a lot of Marines to run back for one overseer.
Yeah, and it's not even dead yet.
He just keeps moving back and forward.
Well, it does that automatically, so...
I know, but...
Well, that should do it. There we go.
The AI's accidentally messing the whole thing up.
Well, he has a lot of other problems than that Overseer, though. There's 7 Ultralisks out, and Spire being built now to transition into Brood Lords after the Ultras.
He is sort of stopped by supply depots, though.
Yeah, I mean, but it's gonna be hard. I mean, there's 3 tanks, but those tanks are not gonna do anything versus these Lynx once they're on top of them, and the Ultras are gonna soak up a lot of damage here. And without 3-3, those Marines are not doing anything versus these Ultras here.
And he just stands still for all the Banelings.
And just like that, the army dies, and with it, hope.
Ooh, catching 2 more tanks unsieged. That is painful.
I mean, at this point, 2 tanks are not even gonna matter. There's still 6 Ultras out of the 7 that initially were there. And half the map belongs to the Zerg. And Banelings and tank shots are taking out more SCVs. Meanwhile, the slaughter here in the main base, and the GG is called, and ConFed is taken up 1-0 by Kerrigan, or rather 2-1, because we have 2 walkovers already. Moving on to Sosa.
That was a very quick switch around on how that game was going. So it just goes to show that you can go for being in a really good position to, oh, I've lost in about 10 seconds.
Was it a really good position though? I mean, he cleared some creep, that's all he did.
Yeah, but the Zerg was also behind the bases. Like, I think as soon as he let that double expand go up, it put him in a bad position.
Yeah, but somehow Zerg was left alone too long then as well. In the top left on Fracture Ladder Edition, we have all inspirations P. Sosa as a yellow Zerg.
And the bottom right, the purple Protoss for ConFed, we have the Travi.
The Travi. Because in Switzerland we pronounce I as E.
I'm pretty sure like every European country does that.
Probably, except the English guys.
Yeah, because we pronounce it properly.
We as the English speakers, or we as the Scots, because we need to differentiate there, dude. That's...
We all pronounce our letters the same. Like, we all say the alphabet the same. It's just when we put any sentences, it's different.
Apparently, Pisoza hasn't learned how to 16 hatch yet. Although, yes.
I mean, Pisoza, like, as good as he is, if it doesn't involve roaches, there's a lot of mistakes.
Well, he manages to get down because Protoss was a merciful Protoss, not putting down a pylon there. But might put down a pylon later for a cannon rush. Although no cannon can be made yet because no forge.
It's still funny to scare people.
Yeah, of course. Just build a pylon slightly inside the range of vision. You
just put it that one square where it looks like you could accidentally have put it a bit too close.
Yeah.
It is funny.
Meanwhile, the wall going up here for Protoss.
Yeah, the nice easy wall on this map.
And the forge, and that forge was early, and we have a cannon in the making now. A safety cannon at home? Why?
Yeah, it's never a bad idea. It's like guaranteed safety for the next couple of minutes.
That's true. It's also 150 minerals you could be building another gate with.
Yeah. It's also very true. It's not the best idea. It used to be, but now it's not a good idea since Ravagers exist.
Yeah, Ravager, good unit. Also, Roach Worm being built here for Pisoza because Roach is good.
Yeah, that's not a surprise. Pisoza's like the Roach guy.
And no third base yet.
I'm pretty sure at one point Pisoza's entire build in ZVZ used like build like 10 lines and then just rush to Roach.
Okay.
Because he just like as soon as he gets into the ability to make roaches and like can start producing them at a good rate, then he very rarely loses.
Well, I mean, if that's your thing, I like roaches too. I'm just too bad to produce
Like
enough because I get supply blocked all the time.
nobody can explain why it works, but it does. It's weird.
Roaches are good units. They're cheap for what they can do. They cost a lot of supply, but in the early game that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Does the energy field work from high ground down?
Yeah, it does.
That still flabbergasts me, man. I mean, I've played this game since beta and I still don't know that. Although it used to work, I'm sure of that.
Yeah, it used to, but they had to change it because it was getting abused.
Yeah, Protoss. You just have
I mean,
to give Protoss something and they'll abuse it. It's like that.
I mean, every race is like that.
No, that's not true.
It is very true.
No.
Every race
Protoss is the
abuses
worst when
everything
it comes
they've
to
got.
abusing. Also, Sosa heavy on the gas here. 3 gas. Oh no, though. 3 gas is fine for Roach production. And we have an Oracle coming in. And no Spoke Rollers.
Does have the Stargate, so he is able to produce the Void
And-
Rays if he wants, but there is also a Hydra then getting built. This is very on Pisoza like.
Maybe he evolved. He took a hiatus, right? He wasn't around for a while now.
He
Maybe
went
he-
on holiday somewhere. I
Yeah,
think, for a
maybe
while.
he was practicing his builds offline, you know.
He was getting therapy to say you can advance further up the tech tree than roaches.
Yeah, I was like getting hypnotherapy, you know, like
It's like
having
they're
daily
does
sessions
exist.
with his
It's not just a
therapist. Oh, jeez.
There is a whole other menu of buildings you can build.
Yeah, like the advanced building menu.
Yeah, I don't think Pisoza knew that existed for like the first like 6 years I'm playing.
Oh well, he's still a very good player. So
He is ridiculously good. He goes away for forever and then comes back and plays like he never went away.
I do
Really
that too. I mean,
If I stop playing for like 2 weeks, I just completely forget everything I've ever known.
yeah. See, my secret is I don't use builds. You know,
Yeah.
I only have
sorry.
openings, and I only really know 2. So
I just sort of make my builds up as I go along now. That's probably why I'm still pretty bad.
probably.
I can't be bothered learning them.
There's also one single creep highway moving across the map. Because only one creep tumor has been built so far. Because creep is totally overrated. And that oracle is gonna be shit on by Hydras. There we go.
You got completely surrounded.
Yeah, that was like unfortunate. There's a phoenix sneaking across the map though, looking for more overlords. He's gonna find an overlord or 2, I guess. There we go.
At least one.
Yeah, they're right above the frozen Nidus worm there. Taking his 4th base, because why not? It's Pisoza. Also, teching. Building a 2nd Evo chamber, because upgrade's good. Although Protoss only has 1 force as well and is not doing anything with it at the moment. I think I saw him research, yes, weapons level 1 versus Carpus level 1. There's also Void Ray out. And a lot of army versus 7 Hydras. And he
Yeah,
still managed to almost lose the Void Ray. That's embarrassing. It's a Trevi here, almost losing his Void Ray. Meanwhile, Phoenix having the time of his life here. So many overlords.
It's not actually a big army to deal with this push.
Nope.
5 Hydras and like 7 roaches.
10 Riders on the way though, and they're gonna be done shortly, so if Protoss takes more time... And he will, but he will lose the 4th.
Yeah, he's gonna have to sacrifice his base.
which you don't really want. You never want to lose a base as a Zerg, and it's very, very brave to go down there.
Or and just recall out.
Loses 3 units either way, but that's a very good trade for Protoss. And Pisosa, let's see if he can go across the map and kill everything with his army. I doubt it, but he's gonna have to find some damage now to come back from this.
I mean, it is a good thing because it is just stalkers, which aren't very good against hydras. But like, you'd rather be fighting stalkers than adepts.
True. I mean, the Immortals are not going to do too much versus the Hydras. I think they can 3-shot them still, though. And a lot of Ravagers being made.
Yeah, just turned every single roach he has into a Ravager.
Well, I mean, that's a lot of army. And he's in between the Protoss bases now in a very good position. And the problem is Protoss stuff can only shoot if it stands still. Once they have to move, they can't shoot.
And the Immortals got caught at the front of the army as well, so they took a lot of damage quickly.
Well, this is not a Roach army. Immortals are not as good as they are versus Roaches, and everything gets taken out here, even the wall and the upgrades. And there we go. Pisosa, after being down in everything, he suddenly moves across the map and kills his opponent. That's the power of Pisosa.
So I believe it is 3-1.
Yes, so we are one win away from winning the week. Not counting the 2 games that are still in dispute. We might get a walkover there, we might lose them, we don't know. But anyway, we have 2 walkovers and 1 win, 1 loss. So that's 3-1 for now. So if Siegfried has managed to win his 3 games, 2 out of his 3 games, we won the week. So let's see what Siegfried does here versus Fishy Fish. Game 1.
Fishy Fish.
Fishy Fish. Fischers Fritz fischt frische Fische. Frische Fische fischt Fischers Fritz.
No idea what you're saying. I mean, I suppose that's probably what you're thinking most of the time I'm talking, but...
No, I understand you perfectly well. I mean, I dream in English even. In the bottom left, in blue, we have all inspiration, Siegfried, the Terran.
And top right is the red Terran. We have Fishy Fish.
Wait, we have a best of 3 TVT? That might take a while.
Take like 6 hours.
I should have brought something to drink. Damn it.
No. I only have 7 hours to get my games in. I'm not working till late tomorrow, so it's fine.
It's your usually Sunday evening practice session, but 9 games is a bit of a lot of work.
I had to play 25 games on one Sunday night once because a player pulled out at the last second, and I was so annoyed.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of games. I started. Go ahead.
I was saying it got that bad that I was about to just give up, and Sean, like Ultralisk, had to sit in Discord while he was playing games and bully me into playing the games. Every time I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a break, he'd be like, no, play 2 more games before you get a break, and I'm like, okay.
Damn, man. Fucking slave labor here in all inspiration.
I gave him my permission to bully me. But I was like, this is the only time you get to do it.
Oh
so
my
you
God.
try this ever again and I will bite your head off.
Yeah, so the dude and me discussed the Black Ops thing, and we're gonna get it for PC. So just, you know.
Well, I'm going to do a few more checks to make sure I can actually run it, because I know there's a few websites that can test stuff.
That makes sense. Also, we're only going to buy it once it runs for you. So, also, I started Matching the Gathering Arena today, the beta. It's very good, but I of course used to play Magic in real life, so.
I know the rules, the basics of it, but I've never really got into it.
Does a pretty good job of explaining, actually.
Yeah, like, I mean, I know the basics. It's like pretty much every other card game. Like, you've got your lands,
well, it's
your types and stuff.
It's the first fucking card game that there was, really.
Yeah.
It's the mother
So,
of all card games.
I know the basics of the game, but I've never really found any reason to actually learn like anything properly about it.
There used to be something like this in 2012, but it was a bit it was a bit just never caught me. But this one's actually really great. It runs really smoothly. I like
There's
it.
been a lot of talk about it. Like normally they sort of release a game and everybody's like, oh yeah, sure, whatever. But this time I've actually heard quite a lot about it.
I haven't heard anything about it until today, and then I got it and I
I
played it, and it's great. Also, we have no idea what's going on. That's why we're talking about other stuff.
I mean, yeah, it's TVT.
But
If there's not Cyclones and Reapers getting built, then
for
that's
some
the
reason,
only build I know.
Siegfried has 2 Reapers, which I don't know. Ooh, there's a Cyclone. Ooh, the Cyclone.
run.
Ooh, oh, Siegfried with the bomb. The bomb. Siegfried with the bomb, saving his Reapers. But yeah, the Cyclone's gonna put pressure on Siegfried. He has to answer this somehow, and he does with 2 Cyclones. Meanwhile, Fishy Fish going for tanks and a starport. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, I was just looking up if I could play that game, and it told me how out of date my graphics driver is.
Yeah. Well, it's not that you didn't know that, but let's focus on the game for now.
Yeah, Cyclones.
Well, it's still looking pretty even if we look at army supply and worker supply, so I guess we're doing good. And Cyclones are a must these days in TVT, I think.
Yes, they're pretty important.
Taking out a mule there with his 2 Reapers. I'm not sure why he would go for a mule. Isn't it better if you take out workers?
Not really. It's actually really effective to kill a mule because you can kill them so quickly, and it denies them all those minerals it mines over the time. Like, I mean, if it's getting close to dying anyway, then you're better to target workers.
Okay.
But if it's a fresh, brand new mule, that's like.
Can you tell?
Minerals. No, not really.
I don't think you see the grey bar that runs down,
No.
right?
But
Because, yeah.
I mean, if you're putting on pressure and scouting properly, you should know roughly when, if you used them recently or not. Ooh, it does run the medivacs right over.
Oh,
them.
and he loses one of them. Full medevac goes down there. Big catch there for... Oh my god, that was a big catch for Siegfried. Very well done there. That must feel really bad for Fishy Fish.
That is a big loss, and I'm pretty sure it was the one that had more than just the Marines in it.
What else? No, I think it was just Marines. Not sure.
No, I'm sure I've seen a bar that was slightly.
Oh, this one is gonna get taken out as well, and only 4 or 5 Marines make it out. Damn.
That is a unfortunate way, and it doesn't actually
Gets
manage to kill any
nothing.
workers.
Gets nothing. Siegfried shuts this down hard, and suddenly there's 7 Cyclones moving across the map, and there's only 2 tanks in the Cyclone and a bunker that just has been salvaged right now to defend this. This is gonna be tough. I mean, the tanks are really good.
Yeah, the tanks probably can defend this by themselves, but
look at the Siegfried. Already got his CC out now. His 3rd, because he knows he's ahead now. And it's gonna engage you straight away. The tank dies and all the rest as well. And
it does lose a lot of the Cyclones though. But it's still a fairly equal trade.
that hurt actually. That was a lot of damage done there by the tank. But losing a tank at the Cyclone, a couple of Marines here. Fishy Fish. And looks like
tank shots are so scary for Cyclones.
Looks like Siegfried's going full on mech here. Adding on the Hellions with the infernal pre-igniters. And tanks as well. And yeah, he's way ahead now. Because he's up a base. Up a CC even. So more mules. And he's up 10 or 6 workers. So in a good spot here is Siegfried. And of course, we are up 3-1, so... No, yeah, 3-1. In this best of 7. So Siegfried needs to win this best of 3 to get us 1 point in the best of 7 to win the week versus the Confederation. Moving across the map now is Fishy Fish. And the Hellion's gonna spot this and says, nope, I'm out of here, although, wait a sec, I'm gonna move in and die. And another Hellion as well. And the scan finally reveals the army coming, but I don't think Fishy Fish can attack into these 3 tanks here. There's no way.
Yeah, this tanks pretty much make any push stopped.
And Blue Flame is done, so if these Marines try to poke forward, they're gonna get burned, and burned hard.
Yeah, there's gonna be some barbecued Marines.
Yeah, this is gonna... and he decides to retreat, which, of course, the tanks are on siege now, and Siegfried tries to move in for the kill, but has to back away again. Yeah, and Fishy Fish doesn't find the damage he needs to get back into this game. Although the worker count evened out somewhat. And, I guess somehow Fishy Fish managed to get not too far behind here. He's even up in army supply, actually. That's quite amazing. I don't know how that happened, but it's mostly Marines, I guess.
Yeah, Marines are quite cheap to produce, but his opponent does have quite a lot of tanks, which means those Marines will just melt instantly.
Yeah, there's 6 more tanks over there and 3 on siege down here, so that's...
If he does manage to catch them on siege, though, then it is a very good composition for just annihilating them.
Siegfried with another scan there. And he doesn't move across, though, to defend his base, so he might just have to... Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, it's a really awkward habit that every Terran has. Like, they always scan the base about 10 seconds before they get there.
Yeah, like, you know, okay, I'm gonna be attacked there. Seriously, I use this as an indicator of where the Terran's gonna attack me.
Like, if you see, if your main base gets scanned, then you're like, okay, I'm getting dropped.
Ooh, Fishy Fish running his army into the meat grinder. The fields of red. And yeah, this looks really bad for Fishy Fish. Siegfried should just move across the map and siege right about here. There where he scans now.
Honestly, like every Terran does it.
Like the Fishy Fish like, oh, alright, I guess I better prepare for an attack there then.
I mean, I suppose if you're aware of it, then you can use it to your advantage. But
are you aware? Look at these tanks. I mean, at this point, Siegfried has as many tanks as Fishy Fish has Marines. For fuck's sake.
I don't think most Terrans are aware that do it.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. It's very useful though, especially when they want to drop and they scan your main, and then like 20 seconds later the drop comes in, you know.
It's like, oh yeah, you see there's no units. Well, there will be by the time you get there.
Yeah, absolutely. Some more aliens getting taken out here in the middle of the map. And if you look at this army and you look at this army, I mean, I don't even know what to say. Look at it's fucking hilarious. It's so many tanks, man. And he doesn't even need to siege up, really. He can just walk in and kill everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, there's even a lot of Vikings out now to take care of the medevacs. And Siegfried's not really ahead in workers or economy, but he's way ahead in army and tech. Right now he's up 20, 30 army supply, and he's a mech army, which is much more expensive and much more durable than simple marine tank. There's some marauders in the mix now, but
there's so many tanks.
Yeah, and he can just siege up 10 tanks and move 10 tanks forward. What are you gonna do about that?
Die, pretty much.
Yeah, look at this. I mean,
the Marines aren't even getting within shooting range.
Wow.
That was a massacre.
What a strong game from Siegfried here to start us out in this journey in the best of 3. Will he take game 2? Because, you know, guys, I'm a sneaky guy. I always rename a text file to mask if it's a best of 3, if there's 3 games or not. So we don't know. You don't know what's gonna happen. All I know is it's gonna be another TVT. And game 2, Siegfried up one game away from winning us the week. Good guy,
Yeah.
Siegfried, trying his best.
I'm really surprised there's not been any proxies for the Terrans today.
Well, yeah, you're right. Protoss have been proxying though.
I mean, that's normal, but
In the top left, Confederations, Fishy Fish as a red Terran.
and the bottom right, we have All Inspiration Siegfried playing also Terran.
In blue, it's the classic blue versus red.
I hate blue versus red.
It's the Civil War, Terran versus Terran. And as a Zerg, nothing fills my heart with more joy than watching Terrans kill themselves. It's like dream come true.
There is something quite satisfying about it.
Yeah, right. Sorry about the pings. Happens when I press Control Alt to follow the SCV across the map.
I had a weird bug one time when I was casting something, and every time I clicked the mouse, it pinged. It was
Yeah.
like a key had jammed in or something.
No, that's something else. I had that as well. It's like
it was like the key had been jammed in, but it was a bug. And try to like scroll and like click on stuff, and it was a mess.
Super annoying.
Pings are annoying.
Well, looks like we won't see a proxy again. But Fishy Fish Sewers has checking for proxies because, of course, he's down one game in this best of 3.
Better to be safe than lose with a stupid build.
Indeed. And a little SCV love here being spread by Siegfried, by Fishy Fish, hugging Siegfried's SCV. And Reaper versus Reaper is gonna happen soon. And Fishy Fish going for the earlier factory. I don't know why Siegfried's not building a factory. There we go. It's a bit late, Siegfried. What are you doing? Well, it's only like 10 seconds late, I guess. But still, it's late. So is the reactor. Because Siegfried's building a second Reaper, of course. Taking out an SCV here with the Reaper is Siegfried. And Fishy Fish Reaper is gonna retreat home.
Yeah, so pretty uneventful start.
As usual, in a mirror matchup.
Yeah.
Unless someone's 12 pooling.
Siegfried is building the second Reaper though. He does seem to like
Yeah.
double Reaper openings.
It's his thing. Did that in the first game as well.
I mean, considering it's like 90% of the bio he makes the entire game usually.
More than 90% even. It's 100% of his bio. And it's gonna take out the Reaper, of course, and can even kill those 2 Marines if he wants to.
Yeah.
Does have to be very careful though with the Reaper. I mean, it's gonna heal very fast.
He just needs to take like a 5-second break and it'll be healed.
There we go, it's starting to heal already. And of course there's a Cyclone out again.
And that's when they run.
Almost gets the Marine there. 4 hit points left on this Marine. And he knows that there's Cyclones again. But for Fishy Fish, that's only like a defensive Cyclone. And
Yeah, I think Cyclones are really common in TVT for defense.
yes, they are. They're also really good versus basically everything.
Yeah.
Except maybe Mutas. And the Reaper's gonna die immediately. And takes out the Marine there with the second Reaper bomb.
They decided that guy had to die.
Yeah, it's like, that guy got away. He's limping very badly. Let's go get him. Building his 3rd CC in his main base as usual. So Siegfried already up a CC technically. Or soon to be. because Fishy Fish not started his. Looks like Fishy Fish is going for early aggression this game. Getting 2 more barracks is a surefire indicator of pressure here. Meanwhile, Siegfried's expanding more than building more production. So has to be careful here, not to be too greedy. Because there's gonna be a lot of bio once these racks finish up, and the medevacs are there. And this time Siegfried's not out on the map to catch these in the middle, although he almost seized them with the Reaper.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit different this time, but
And
as long as he can stop that tank from sieging, he should be okay.
well, the question is, can he? He suspects something, I think, huh? But he's moving. Well, there's not much room for Fishy Fish to land and siege up. And once Siegfried spots this, he has the Cyclones close enough to.
Does need to get that tank sieged up as quick as possible.
Ah, there we go. Tank goes down and immediately the lock on. I like this. Takes out 1 medevac. Damn, that was a quick reaction there by Siegfried to lock on.
That was some nice quick clicking.
And I don't think Siegfried, maybe 2 SCVs. I'm not sure about that, but then that's about it. So that's not a big thing.
I mean, he's only lost 6 in the entire game so far, so he's not exactly losing a lot.
Yeah, now Siegfried's gonna move across the map here, try to protect his third base, making sure there's no hidden bunkers or stuff there. It's gonna float over the third very soon. I like the missile turret here. And Fishy Fish going for a lot of bio and also building his third now, as well as 2 more barracks. So more pressures on the way for Siegfried here to ward off, who has a lot of Cyclones right now. And 2 tanks and 2 Hellions are being in production.
Yeah, it's like the same sort of nice, safe build.
Also some SCVs chilling here for Siegfried. I don't like it. There we go.
Does he have an awful lot of SCVs? I thought I was imagining it there, but no, he does have an awful lot of SCVs on his main.
Why is he moving the command center to his net? What's up with that?
No,
That's weird.
Maybe forgot what part of the game he's at.
Yeah, like I have to expand now. Oh wait, what?
I've already taken that one. Whoops.
Damn it. Okay, and Fishy Fish deciding to move across the map now with his marine tank push. And this time he's actually up in tanks. Nope, he's up 1 tank. But there's so many Cyclones, it's gonna be very hard to engage into this position once Siegfried decides to siege. Siegfried, siege!
He's going to run all the Marines in.
And the tanks are sieged. Boom, go the Marines.
Oh, he is losing all the Cyclones.
Oh, that hurts, that hurts. Oh, that hurt a lot. 3 tanks to 3 tanks, now there's 2 Marines.
Ew.
It's gonna be tough because there's medevac spotting the high ground. There's a 4th tank now for Siegfried. And no echo damage has been dealt. And behind this, Fishy Fish got his 3rd base up.
That was a nice defense.
It could have been more cost effective.
Yeah, could have not ran the Cyclones into the tanks, but
well, he held and he didn't lose echo, so that's fine. And
he is really far behind on the army supply.
yeah, but I think that's the Marine thing again, because he has 6 tanks out, 7 tanks, even 8 tanks, and
yeah, so I suppose you can't make tanks as quick.
well, he's almost evened out now. He's only 18 supply behind at the moment, and that was like 40 or 50 a couple of seconds ago. So the Doom drop though, that's gonna hit like a bus, Because
Yeah,
if those
that
tanks
is,
are out of position, it's gonna be very hard to get them into position.
that's a lot of medevacs. Most of the, like, there is a lot of empty space that he could have filled up with those marines, though.
I mean, Siegfried has built up quite a lot of supplies up there, so
Ooh, ooh, nearly lost the medevac before the 2 tanks dropped.
yeah, now Siegfried's way out of position. He's even transforming the Hellbats in range of the siege tanks.
And the tanks are in range as well.
Losing all his tanks here is Siegfried, and this looks very, very bad. This Doom Drop really doing a lot of work here.
Killed all the SCVs at the natural as well.
Suddenly Siegfried's down 20 workers, down 40, 50 army supply. And even though this push will get shut down, he's in a world of hurt. Even his upgrades are in jeopardy here. Will it finish?
The base as well while it's flying.
And the upgrade doesn't finish. Takes out the upgrade as well, that's huge.
Oh, he's going to run these tanks into more tanks.
Oh.
Ouch.
Just barely takes them out before he... But the next wave is coming. A lot of more marines. And of course he's way behind in workers now. He's even supply blocked because so many supply depots were up there. And manages to siege out just in time here before losing his 4th base as well. Floating over his 3rd. Floating over his 4th.
Does manage to catch it before it runs into all those, because that could have been another dead base very quickly.
Yes. Oh, run some marines up there.
Ouch.
Of course, Vikings very good versus Medivacs. And a lot of scans are being dropped here, and tanks even in range. It's gonna drop the marines behind there. And there's a missile turret, but denying mining here is fishy fish.
Ooh. Sacrifices all those marines to try and kill that Viking. Just fails.
Hellions gonna clean up these marines eventually, and the tanks without air support are gonna die very fast here for fishy fish. But Siegfried's down 30 workers, that's gonna show. The next army is just about ready on the north side.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
I mean, tanks can hold off a lot, but they have to be in position. If he catches him out of position even just once, then he's dead in the water. Because he can't keep producing stuff.
The problem as well is that they're expensive to make, so he's struggling to be able to keep producing them.
And the tanks are not sieged yet. Siege them up now, but the marines are on top of them and get taken out as well. The base, it's only just been finished. It's gonna get down again, and GT is called from Siegfried.
So 1-1 in the ace match.
1-1 in the ace match. It's gonna go to the game 9, basically. Well, technically. Well, game 3 here.
Game something.
Anyway, it's the decider game. Well, if we win, we won. If we lost, we haven't lost yet, technically. So it's a bit difficult. But if we should Siegfried win this game, we have won the week. That's for sure. This much we know. So let's see if Siegfried can pull it off. More TVT! Are you ready?
I am indeed.
Are you mentally preparing for the 9 letter games you have to play tonight?
Oh, don't remind me. Still got to get food as well.
Oh god, it's Dreamcatcher. Oh my god. Worst
fun
map ever. It's the best map for Terran though. In the top left, we have Confederations, Fishy Fish in red as a Terran.
Bottom right, blue Terran, we have all in Siegfried. I don't think that quite works when they're both Terran though. I think you sort of lose that advantage a little.
Probably. 1 game away from winning us the week is Siegfried. It's 1-1 in this best of 3 in the ace match. And let's see if Siegfried can take it home. Make us proud, Siegfried. Do it.
So I'd expect to see the same double Reaper Siegfried. Does
Pretty
seem like
much.
he's go-to opening.
Yeah,
And
it seems
then,
to be his turn build, obviously.
yeah,
TT.
and the Cyclones. Because they've both done the exact same builds.
I mean, it's a very solid build. It didn't. It wasn't a build order loss last game. It was just a doom drop that caught him out of position, and that just happens. I mean, if he has the depots up there, then I don't even think Terran can land everything. But yeah, it's always hard to defend stuff like that. I'm scared of doom drops, man. Doom drops are so scary. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, don't scare me, man. We haven't had technical difficulties yet, so let's keep it that way, please.
Yeah.
It's not usually how this goes. Usually we're fucked up all the time. Technical problems.
I
So.
mean, mostly it's not our fault. Like,
Of course not.
we can't help that Discord decides to break.
Yeah, but still, it looks bad, you know. Finally
I think
deciding to scout this fishy fish, moving
yeah.
across the map. It's
I
gonna
think
rub into the arms of a
there
Reaper here.
has been a lot of trouble with Discord recently, though.
Has there?
I've been watching a few streams, and a lot of the streamers have been having trouble with it and stuff as well.
Well, I think Discord is trying to turn into Steam now. I saw they sell
Yeah.
games now. What the fuck's up with that, man?
I don't know.
Do we need another Steam? I don't think so.
No, because we have Steam
And we have
and
Steam, we
millions
have
of other competitors.
Origin, we have Blizzard, we have good old games. We have enough of this stuff already. Like today was legit the first game I installed since years without using any game client. It was the
Yeah,
Magic the
it's-
Gathering game, you know.
There's like 20 different clients and launchers you need nowadays.
Yeah, it's taking up too much space, man.
I don't know why I even put disk drives in my PC because I've never used them.
Yeah.
They just don't need them nowadays.
I bought a game last year on sale here in Switzerland. Came with 5 DVDs
Wow.
and the Steam code.
Fair
I put
enough.
in the first DVD and it said time to be completed 3 hours.
Oh,
And I was like, okay. And then I downloaded it from Steam. It took like half an hour. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Why would you need a DVD, man? That shit's so old now.
yeah, they don't really have the same sort of speed ability.
I mean, if in an age where you had this 56K modem that brought you maybe 43K, if you were lucky, then yeah, you need a CD. There weren't even DVDs that day back in the day because first games I played they came on floppy disks.
Yeah, you're an old person.
Yeah, I still have the Civilization floppy disk somewhere, like the original Civilization 1. They were blue. That was the shit, man. Because usually they were grey.
We had floppy disks when I first started primary school, and then a year or two after that, everything got changed to CDs.
Yeah, the CD revolution killed the floppy disk.
I
Well,
mean, it's a good thing.
I even had some of the old floppy disks, you know, the really floppy ones, the 720Ks, the big
They were
ones.
terrible. Like, to think how big they were and how little storage they had.
They were very thin though.
Oh God.
But back then it was all you needed.
Yeah.
I
Now,
used to
like,
zip
a
files.
Now a photo is measured in megabytes. Like, you couldn't even save a photo on a lot of the old floppy disks now. That's
Oh
how
well,
much
it's
it's advanced.
1.44 megabytes.
Yeah.
Well,
Crazy.
the thing is, we used to zip our files in 1.3 megabyte partitions basically. So if we had a big file, we zipped it and put it on floppies. That was crazy, man. There's also a drop coming in with the tank, and it's a standard drop from Fishy Fish that he's done every game so far.
It's the same drop that's came in from the exact same angle to attack the exact same place.
Also,
And yet-
Siegfried made Marines.
Wow.
Wow, mind's blown, man.
And
What's
yet-
happening?
even though it's the same attack for the same angle, he still catches him off guard.
It's super safe though. I mean, he has a tank sieged up there. He has lots of marines.
Doesn't have stem though.
It doesn't need stim, just more marines.
Still a lot of losses.
Nice, actually, even in worker, he's up in army. I like this. Siegfried's in a good spot here.
I don't think his opponent expected the
Marines.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Why would you have? What the fuck? Why do you have Marines? What's wrong with you?
Like, where's your cyclones?
And Siegfried's moving across the map because, of course, he killed one medevac worth of units. And he's slightly ahead in army supply, although I don't think he can break this ramp.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine so. It's
I mean, it's a lot of stuff.
3 tanks is a lot of firepower.
He might lift into the main now. If you can get into the main and set up a position, then Fishy Fish's in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, there's plenty of space to do it.
Also, if Fishy Fish moves out and gets caught out there, boom, Cyclone goes up in flames. Marines catch some splash.
The only problem with lifting the units is he doesn't actually really have medevacs to be able to lift it all.
Well, he only has 2 medevacs and just been scanned, so... Oh, why would Fishy Fish do that? Moving into that is dead. It's a death sentence. That's basically throwing away the game here. Is Fishy Fish. That was a... Did he think Siegfried was gonna lift up and was unsieged? Because that move just cost him the game.
I think he did just expect them to be unsieged, but didn't really work out like that.
3 Marines take out the siege tank and all in Siegfried takes the week. Well played, Siegfried. Although I must say Fishy Fish kind of threw that.
Yeah, that was a very strange move out.
Yeah. Oh well, I'm not complaining. I mean, we won the week. Well played, guys. See you next week. Looks like we're gonna have to play next week, actually. Havoc and me.
The final week before playoffs.
Indeed. Let's see if we can qualify. I think we lost 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think we should be able to make playoffs.
Probably.
I will have a quick check, but I believe that we're still well in position for playoffs. Okay, so the results for this week. There's 3 teams in our group drawn on 3-2. So we've won, which means
We're
don't know
4-2.
about the other 2. So I mean, as long as we win
next week,
if we win, we're guaranteed a space, I believe. Or possibly not. It depends on map score. We could actually lose. As long as Bongosu or Validity lose 1 game, either in the week that's just happened or next week, then we can get a space.
Okay.
If they win both their games, though, I'm pretty sure we're out.
Damn it.
Yeah. So we need them to lose a game.
It's never a good thing if you're dependent on someone else.
No. It's not a great position, but we shall find out soon.
Although Wallet G and Bongosu will play versus each other next week, so...
Do they?
One of them is gonna... This week, actually. One of them is gonna lose.
Ah, that's good. That's actually perfect for us.
And we play D Live next week. Oh, well, this week. No, next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if we win, I'm pretty sure we steal the spot into playoffs. So this really is a must-win week. Because if we lose on map score at the very best.
Damn it, okay.
So no pressure on us.
No pressure. It's just the CVZ. Alright, well, thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for co-casting with me. Havoc. Always a pleasure. Have a nice evening.
Bye.
Bye, guys.